Joseph W. Brady addresses the issue of San Bernardino County secession.
Well, Terry, I think the way that it was brought up, it was really spearheaded by Jeff Burham, who's a well-known multi-family housing developer, and actually single-family housing developer, but an affordable housing developer on down below. He's done very, very well. Jeff and I have met once. We have a very good mutual friend in Dan Richards. We have one of his former partners, Andy Wright. I haven't seen Andy for probably 25 years. Andy used to be the president of Kaufman and Broad, the I think Southern California division, years and years ago. One of my close friends, Tom Moffitt and Kelly Moffitt and Mike Moffitt. Mike knows they go back to the days of the YPOs together. So Tom and I are really close friends. I've done business with Mike. I had suggested to Dan back, kind of the early part of the campaign season, that Jeff and I and him grab some lunch, talk about some perception issues. So there's perception issues that Jeff likes to buy politicians, and which is great. We're not going to do that up here in the desert. So I just want to make that clear. I understand that we do have people that put themselves in the way of somebody. I admire him because he does what he says he's going to do. He proposed to the Board of Supervisors, I believe somewhere during the summer, that they put on the ballot, which the board supported, a measure which would allow us to secede from the state of California. So we're in San Bernardino. I mean, if you look at L.A. and San Francisco, San Bernardino City is like the third largest city within California. There's been numerous attempts to secede California from the Union a million times. But I think what Jeff was trying to prove, and I think that he did prove it, that with very little effort, he was able to get people to say, yeah, we're interested in the Board of Supervisors sitting down and talking to the state of California, whether it be with our assembly people, or our state senators, or our governor, or the finance director, or whoever, and say we're not getting our fair share of dollars. You can clearly see it. I mean, I can see it up here as a business person who did the High Desert Survey, and Cal State San Bernardino told me I'd get 2,000 response. I got 13,047. So Jeff, you and I are a lot alike. I don't take no very well, and but what did it tell us? Our number one issue up here was crime, and crime, and that's one of the big issues. We're not getting enough dollars for crime to prevent crime, and I think that we have a lot of other issues. We have the infrastructure issue that I've talked to you about. Where this portion of the county needs probably $2 to $3 billion in infrastructure right now for our roads and water and wastewater and all things, as we double, because we're going to double in the next 25 years. So I really applaud Jeff for doing this, and I encourage our Board of Supervisors. We have a new one in the second district, took over for Janice Rutherford, that they really push it, that it not be I was doing some reading here a couple weeks ago, and some of my friends in the Democratic Party were saying they thought this was a political stunt. It wasn't. I mean, Jeff got enough votes over the top. I think it finished just shy of 51% to say to the state, hey, you better take it seriously because we're going to do something. So, Jeff, congrats. I think it's a great move. I was on the committee. I was a High Desert representative. Carol Ewell was for a small period of time when we passed the $6 billion measure M, whatever the road tax was back in 2005. So I was up here, and we got that done. So I understand it takes an army to get this done, but I think that he's got the political pressure that he can put on the Board of Supervisors. They all know him. He's been very involved down there for a long period of time. So I take my hat off, and Jeff, one of these days, hopefully we'll chit-chat and have lunch or break bread somehow. So.